I think it's pretty much universally agreed upon. Like most people will tell you, Doctor Strange, the casting we got for him is absolutely perfect. It's just one of those things that works out in such a way where you're like, I honestly can't see anybody else as Doctor Strange. I mean, Benedict Cumberbatch, it's like he was born to play this character. But before he was cast as Doctor Strange, he was almost Malacath. Okay, so at this point you're probably like, okay, stop making up villains. There's no villain in the MCU called Malacath. I know. I've tried my best to not talk about Thor: The Dark World unless I have to. I'm sorry to bring it up. I'm sorry to give you those flashbacks and terrible memories of that film. Okay, look, I'll be fair with you. I know there's plenty of you that love that film. I'm just messing with you. I get, it's subjective. You can like what you like. I understand why people don't like Ragnarok. I'm iffy and mixed on that film as well, just like I was with The Dark World. But learning recently that Benedict Cumberbatch was in the running and in the final stage of possibly becoming Malacath before they cast Doctor Who. I want to say it was Eccleston. What was it, him that played Malacath? I think it was. Man, why am I forgetting everything about that film? Yes, it was. I'm going to go with yes, it was. You can correct me if I'm wrong. I don't care. Anyways, Christopher Eccleston, he did a job. And it was a terrible job, I'll be raw with you. Probably not his fault. The fault of them scaling everything back and wanting to put more Loki in it, cut out all the villain stuff was probably very problematic for everybody involved, as we've recently learned more and more. Seems like it was just a problem production all along. But could you imagine how different the MCU would be if Doctor Strange himself, if Benedict Cumberbatch was cast as a useless villain for a random throwaway Thor movie that barely ever gets referenced or had major impact on anything, and it's most people's least favorite? I mean, it's hard to imagine who else they could have gotten for Doctor Strange. I know there was a couple of names out there, but I just don't see them doing it. Like Jared Leto. Ugh, no. Joaquin Phoenix, I know he was in the running, but he couldn't commit to it. I honestly don't see him being able to pull off this version that we have in the MCU. Different version that's much darker, more sinister, and more, how do I say this? More despicable as a human, maybe? Because I think Joaquin could do that, without a problem. But again, it blows my mind how much one casting like that could have been a huge misstep for everything, and how Doctor Strange, the way he is literally like Benedict Cumberbatch's perfect wheelhouse casting. And how Malacath could have just been honestly, I think it probably would have been the end of his career. Just imagine that. The combo of that second terrible Star Trek movie and Malacath. Man, he'd have that Ryan Reynolds Green Lantern Origins Deadpool effect on him.